Hello, this is Dom from Black Toad Studios and welcome to episode 7 of the Awakening of the Toadak Dynasty. In this series it will document the slow and gradual growth of my Necron army from being a standard battlefield force to an apocalyptic legion. Each episode I will paint a new unit, sometimes more, and add it to the force. I will then set my task in the next episode to paint another unit as well, so you can slowly see this army build up. So in this episode we are going to cover the 10 Necron Warriors which I painted previous since the last episode, the Plasmanzer and the 2 murder kegs that will go alongside the Plasmanzer. Also, a little bit different from previous episodes, I have kind of started my next unit, so sorry about that, but we'll go and see where I've got to on those. We'll also go through my list for my first ITC event, which is coming up in a couple of months with meta events, and what I've got so far, and I really want your guys' input to what I should be adding next. So without further ado guys, let's have a little look at the new additions to the Toadak Dynasty. So here we are. First off we have the Plasmanzer and the murder kegs here. So I'm not sure how often I'm going to take this model. However, you guys had voted in the previous episodes to get this into the Toadak Dynasty, and I really like the model itself. The rules I'm not overly familiar with. I've seen them, I've read them, I haven't used them in a game yet. But I dig this model. It's a brilliant model. However, yeah, I'm not sure the usefulness in the army. So with this one, I've really gone with like the aged look here. It's got like the copper pauldrons, which are going to be representative of nobles within the Toadak Dynasty. And of course the 2 murder kegs here, which I kind of love. They're cool little models. Lots of rust on there. I've done the blue, the eyes, the cable, and the little like, power source underneath there. Very cool models, so I'm kind of looking forward to see how they would play in an apocalypse force. Probably just hang back and just cause mayhem, I'd imagine, or hang out behind some warriors. So yeah, that's a Plasmanzer. Now let's have a look at the 10 warriors which have now joined the Toadak Dynasty. So here we are, a nice rabble of warriors to join the Toadak Dynasty. And yeah, I'm getting some sort of perverse pleasure out of painting these guys at the moment. Quite satisfying, a relatively easy result. And after playing my first game with the new Warriors, I absolutely love these guys. Definitely prefer them to Immortals at the moment. I love like the zombie-esque look you get from them. So I loved them so much, I then decided to get another 20 painted. Because when I got these on the board for my first game, which should be coming up on the channel soon, to see a unit of 20 of them was very nice, all in the same scheme here. And the Reapers, oh wow, what brilliant guns. So yeah, a simple scheme. I think it works well. I hope you guys agree as well. And to see these guys is a bit more rusted than you normally would, I think has worked very nicely, especially with the desert bases there. So let's have a quick look at where I've got to with the other 20 at the moment, and hopefully it's not that far off getting completed. Yep, so as I said, I got a bit carried away and I went to paint 20 more Necron Warriors. So as you can see here, I've got somewhere with the paint scheme. So what I normally do with these guys is I will undercoat them in lead belcher. I will then put MacLeod blue as a standard on the guns here. After I've done that, I will then do Nuln oil over the lead belcher and let that dry. The next step will be using Necron compound to dry brush over some of the silver there. After that, we'll go on to some of the weathering paints, which I'll go into on another video. If you guys want to see a tutorial on how I do my my scheme and the blues, let me know and I will put that onto a future video. But yeah, I'll start another 20. Oh dear. So I'll have 2 big squads of 20 soon in the Toadak Dynasty, and I still have more Necrons to make. So there's going to be a nice phalanx of Necron Warriors in the Toadak Dynasty for apocalyptic armies coming up. So those 20 won't take me too long, I hope, although my hobby supplies are running a bit low at the moment. I will get them done as soon as I possibly can. So without further ado, let's talk about this tournament list I was pondering about. So there you guys have it. The stuff I've painted, the stuff I'm painting. I think I'm getting somewhere. After seeing the Toadak Dynasty the other day, it's definitely getting there, which is a positive. So as I said, I'm going to go through the list I'm thinking of taking for this tournament. So far, I haven't quite reached 2,000 points. I think I'm about 1,700 at the moment, so I've still got a bit of room there to add stuff in. So I've gone with one battalion, going with Mefrit. My HQs are an Overlord with a War Scythe. Implacable Conqueror is his Warlord trait, so enables rerolls of advance and charge within 6 inches, which is very handy. He's got a Resurrection Orb and he has got the Veil of Darkness, so if you're unsure, that enables him to teleport himself and a core unit across the battlefield somewhere, or back, depending where he is. Next HQ is a Technomancer with a Canoptic Cloak, so that enables him to go a bit faster and regen living metal a little bit better if needed. My troop choices are 5 Immortals with Tesla Carbines, standard. As you now know, 2 big squads of 20 Warriors with Gauss Reapers, very handy hopefully, and can probably move about the battlefield slowly but sit on an objective, hopefully not go anywhere from there. My elite choices are 10 Lich Guard with shields and swords, so quite a big choppy unit, quite reliable hopefully, and potentially going somewhere with the Overlord across the battlefield at the moment. Next up we have the Nightbringer as a big chunky force going up the field as well. Big threat, has to be dealt with. You can't ignore the Nightbringer. Next to him at the moment, we've got the Canoptic Reanimator. Now, I'm not sure about this guy at the moment. Of course, he'll be supporting the Warriors. Thinking possibly dropping him out, adding in some Wraiths or Destroyers, the choppy ones. I cannot think what they're called right now. Next up, for the heavy choice, we're going with 3 heavy destroyers with Gauss destructors, because we need some anti-tank in there. And that's what I've got so far, guys. If you can think of anything else to put into this force, please let me know and the reasons behind it. As I say, I'm taking Mefrit. And if I should take anything out, let me know as well. I'm very open to suggestions at this point. I played one proper game with Necrons with a tiny version of this list, which I enjoyed. It'll be up on the channel soon, hopefully, or already up, depending when you're watching this. But please put a comment below of what you think should join the Toadak Dynasty tournament list. I'm not sure what missions we're playing at the moment. I think only one's been announced, the rest is down to the vote. But it's going to be exciting, guys. I'm really looking forward to it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video and you've seen what's joined the Toadak Dynasty and what's coming up. Let me know your feedback of what has been painted and also your feedback on a tournament list and what you think would work well. Remember, I've got a couple of 100 points to play with. Also, I can take things out and move things about if need be. If you want to know what I currently have, go back a couple of episodes. You'll see what's there. And yeah, give me some suggestions, guys. I need to know. But until then, guys, this is Dom from Black Toad Studios. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Take care.